What's going on? This is Brother J, and my thought of the day is called Enough with the Games. This shit is going, each time I keep making these thought of the days, get crazier and crazier. So, this thought of the day is primarily focusing on DDG, you know what I'm saying, and Halle Bailey, you know what I'm saying, the broad that played in Little Mermaid and shit. Now, she got the look, you know what I'm saying, that she got that innocent look like, oh, she'll never hurt no one. She couldn't hurt a fly. But this broad is, you know what I'm saying, throwing messages out there. You're talking about, you know what I'm saying, oh, if you don't get with me, I'll kill myself. And you know what I'm saying, and snatch this dude whistle. You know what I'm saying? So if she deleted herself, you know what I'm saying, she got his whistle. So that's in his name. So they gonna look at him like, hey, how did she get a hold of your weapon? You know what I'm saying? He can't have no excuse for that shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Now, I hear all these fucking feminist broads, which is part of the sisterhood. The sisterhood are not going to leave another sister behind, even if she's wrong. They're not going to leave her behind. They're going to find some micro excuse. I don't give a fuck if it's hidden beneath the table, nigga. She'll dig that shit up and, oh, this is the excuse why, you know what I'm saying? He's the villain. This bitch have the nerve to blame postpartum on why she's sitting here and leaving messages and leaving tracking device on this nigga's vehicle to find out where he's at, show up to where he's at, because they ain't in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? That's just the part that people don't get it. You know what I'm saying? They was in a relationship. They not in one. But he's trying to say, hey, let's do this co-parenting thing. You know what I'm saying? You get the kid this time of the day of the week. I get this kid this time of the day of the week. You know what I'm saying? And I think his name is Halo. I'm like, Halo? Okay. So, you know, not dissing. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's a weirdo name, but I'm not dissing. You know what I'm saying? What I'm still stating is he was still trying to do the fucking co-parenting thing, but she's on the avenue like, nigga, I want you to be with me. And if you don't want to be with me, I'll kill myself. And she's dropping message after message after message after message after message. And this nigga's not responding. So motherfuckers think that he's guilty when she's dropping all these messages. Nigga, hold on. Let me ask y'all a question like this. If I was smoking crack right now and robbed 5 niggas on this block, do you think any motherfucker would view me as innocent? Because this is violence. Now, let me get this to understand clearly, ladies. This is violence. You're threatening a person. You're trying to blackmail a person. You're trying to extort a person. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to make a motherfucker give in to your will. And when he don't, you want to say, oh, it's postpartum. Now, I have 9 children. Is postpartum real? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But you still are responsible, because postpartum is the same response like if a person goes through, per se, your monthly period, you know what I'm saying? Or, per se, you get older in age and you go through menopause. You're still responsible for your actions and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You can't just drop threatening messages and banking niggas and blame that on postpartum, cuz no, that makes no sense. I don't give a fuck how many people defend this woman just because she played in Little Mermaid, nigga. I don't give a fuck if you're part of Disney or not part of Disney. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. Wrong is wrong. You know what I'm saying? If the dude not trying to fade you, and you trying to threaten this nigga by any means necessary to make this dude fade you, you're wrong. You know what I'm saying? He's saying like, hey, let me get my kid over here, and you take the kid over here, and let's co-parent. You know what I'm saying? No, she don't want to be viewed like that. I want my way and shit. And she's a young bride, so she's part of Gen Z. So that's that whole ugly dynamic. Like, these motherfuckers don't understand what it is about. You need to be accountable for your actions. You need to be responsible for your actions. And these niggas are not taking accountability or responsibility for how they talk, say, or behave. And they want mercy from other people. That's why they get on the internet to beg for mercy. Oh, please understand my plight is, have you ever been in a situation like this? Bitch, you're not the same as everybody else. You a $1 million bitch living in a comfortable ass house with a cool ass contract. You're not the same as every other bitch. Most of the other ladies are saying live in low income housing and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Or they in an apartment, you know what I'm saying, but they can barely afford this shit, so they gotta go out here and depend on niggas to help them out with their bills and shit, or sugar daddies or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So she's not in the same position as these other women are, but she's going on the internet begging for sympathy from these same women that's not in her same position. Ladies out there in the audience, if you're making millions, you know what I'm saying? Millions of dollars, you know what I'm saying? You got the Oscars or whatever award you got to give into you, you know what I'm saying? You got movie contracts are saying laid out in front of you and shit. So you're not the same as other women and stuff. So how the fuck are they going to try to play it off like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? This is how it is, you're saying, and please give sympathy for me. And no, bruh, no. But see, that's the unfortunate part. It's the same thing like back in the day. Now, back in the day, bras was some silly shit. Like, they'll look at some soap opera shit on TV, like General Hospital, or, you know what I'm saying, As the World Turns, or Days of Our Lives, and stuff like that. And they'll actually talk to the character on the screen and meet them probably in real life and talk to them like they're the character on the screen. Like, bitch, don't you know that's a TV show? I'm acting. And see, that's one thing I want to say before I conclude this. See, when you're acting, that means you're not being who you are. You're perpetrating a role that's not really your real standards. So when you meet an actress, you don't know in real life if she's really like this or she's acting. You don't know. You don't know. So in my conclusion, I will say this in closing. I do not, you know what I'm saying, I feel sorry for DDG, you know what I'm saying? Because it seems like to me, I'm not saying he's innocent, but it seems like he's a standing, you know what I'm saying, 2 toes down on the ground and trying to, be a decent father to his son. Now, even though he might not give a fuck about the woman no more, you know what I'm saying? But it seemed like he's trying to be a decent dad. You know what I mean? Regardless if he cares about her or not, that's not his game. And I don't blame him on that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If we don't love each other no more, that's how that is. But just let me, you know what I'm saying, be involved with my son's life. That's all I want to do. And this broad is trying to play haterade, throwing shit out there like, nigga, I'll delete myself if you don't fucking, you know what I'm saying, reconcile with me. She even said the low down shit, bruh. She said in a text message when she was pregnant. So wait a minute. All these excuses that these feminists trying to give this woman excuses on, okay, make an excuse for this one right here. She said in text message that if we do not reconcile, I will go and get an abortion. Now, how innocent is this fucking Little Mermaid imitation broad throwing out threats like that? Oh, if we don't get together, I'll kill the child. That means you're saying that you don't give a fuck about the child. You know, bruh, she's saying this before the child came out her body, bruh. So you can imagine what she's gonna say when the child is out the body, bruh. This one, all these fucking mind warp motherfucking feminists and all these fucking sisterhood shit, y'all taking the L on this one. Y'all taking a major L. If you're going to defend a cause that has understandability on why you're defending. This don't have that right here. No. You know what I'm saying? So in conclusion, I'm going to end it like this. You know, this Halle Bailey bride, she deserves whatever the fuck she gets. I'm saying this mind manipulation, mind trying to control a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, to get your way. You know what I'm saying? She's doing it from both ways, you know what I'm saying? She's trying to throw hands on the broad that he is dating. You know what I'm saying? Then also, you know what I'm saying, you sit up here, you know what I'm saying, throwing tracker things on his vehicle to find out where he's going and shit. And you talking about, oh, if you don't be with me, I'll delete myself. And y'all feeling sorry for this bitch? I'm out of here. Deuces.